Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm the Super F and this is Prison Architect. As you can see behind there's still my layout of my ancient prison. And now here's this campaign I saw. Like these are these campaigns and well I thought a bit more about them. I don't know if there's something else, but so let's go through this little campaign. Oh, wait a moment. Campaign. That's something else. Like cutscenes. That's no. Load create campaign. Campagne. I know. Yeah, it's this one. So death row. We've been contracted to build an execution chamber at this prison in time for the scheduled execution of one of their inmates. Alright, so I think this is what you build at the beginning, what you do normally. And so I think it's like a little introduction to the game. Okie dokie. This looks like my prison. Aha! This is a tough one. There's a prisoner incarcerated at this facility who's been convicted of a double murder and sentenced to death. That's where we come in. We've been contracted to construct an execution chamber in time for the guy's big day. This is where I want the new facility to be built. First step with any project like this is to construct the building itself with enough space inside to fit an execution room and a holding cell. So let's get started. Construct a new building here. We will also need an entrance to the new execution facility, build a large jail door into the south wall. Then objects. You workmen are responsible for the construction of buildings. They will collect the steel and concrete from this storeroom and take it to the construction site. They will use those raw materials to build the foundations and framework of your new building. This is the slowest part of construction. You should plan ahead when building new facilities. While we wait, take a look around. Use WASD and the arrow keys to move around and use the mouse wheel to zoom and zoom out. Great. So let's see this layout. It has a double wall. So yeah, that's already good. And now that you say, whoa, this is like the whole map. My map was a large map. This one is a small map. So inside the building I want to sell an execution room. Partition the space by constructing some brick walls. No, I don't want brick walls. Anyway. Why can these workmen open a large jail door? How are they able to do that? Huh. This is quite interesting. Then let's now add large jail doors to those dividing walls. You can rotate an object before placement by clicking the middle mouse button or press R. Okay. How can I? Oh, okay, X. Then let's go into here. Cleaning. So I have nothing. I have only one security right now. Death row. I think I need that one. Let's see. Maybe I'm already working too fast. Who knows? Who knows? So here's the delivery. Then here's the storage. Cells and shower. So these are like separated. And only this canteen and the yard is like the little connection between these two facilities. And you don't need like a wall and two shower heads. You can just put them everywhere you want. Like, yeah. This looks good. We now need to designate rooms within those spaces. Designate a cell in a smaller area where our condemned inmate will live. Then designate the execution room itself in the larger area. Those new rooms have requirements before they become functional. The cell needs a bed and a toilet. The execution room requires the electric chair. Chair, toilet, bed. I think I'm gonna also need objects, utilities for, well, it's electric, so I think I will need some lights there, or some electric cables. Like that's what? Trees. Huh. Interesting. I've no idea how large jail doors work. Like keep lots of your prisoners where they should be. But it's not like they can build or they can go through the jail doors. And I can't see any staff doors, so that's interesting. Maybe it was when no staff doors were here. Like a locked door that can be opened by any member of staff, not just guards. And jail doors can only be opened by guards in my game, so that is interesting. But looks like this prison is working flawlessly. Chemical. That's the essentials taken care of, but there are still a few improvements you can make. It's up to you though, these aren't strictly required. It depends how much you care about your prisoners and their environment. The cell itself could be improved with an outward facing window and a small bookshelf. And the facility would look better with a higher quality floor material like wooden floorboards or mosaic tiles. Outside you could add some lighting and a paved pathway if you think it needs it. Okay, something like that. This is the man in question, Edward Ramsey. A teacher once, could you believe? It is not our place to decide if he deserves this. The law has made that decision, we're just here to do a job. Once you are satisfied the family is ready, you can begin the prisoner transfer to his new cell. Simply click on the Polaroid in his cell to initiate the transfer. Don't shed one tear for this guy, he's a stone cold killer, guilty as charged. He even confessed. Wanna hear a description of what he did? It's juicy stuff. It was around 11 PM, the lights were already on, I knew she was home. Oh, nice! I like that. They are like trying to build then with the jail materials a house. Cool. So let's see what happens. Like, that's the home. Oh, I see knives. Aha. I understand. I knew I would catch you two here. Edward! Don't, just don't. What are you going to do? Boom. And this is then how it happened. And he leaves like, okay. But, look at that. Clear as day, if you ask me, deserves every vault he's gonna get. All men deserve forgiveness, even him. Are you so sure in yourself that you can deal out such final judgment? Catching your wife with another man is no excuse for what he did. And he went there with a loaded gun, knowing he would find them together. That's double premeditated murder. He's done nothing but cooperate with the authorities. This state is making an example of him. If he had committed his crime 100 miles north, he would be looking at life imprisonment instead. How is that justice? You want a guy like this running free? I'll sleep just fine at night when I know he's gone. Coming call. Good work so far. However, there is one problem. The execution room isn't functioning yet because it doesn't have any power. We need to connect it to the electrical supply. So, yeah, I know. We are now viewing the prison in utilities mode, which shows us the electrical wiring layout for the entire prison. Each building in the prison is connected to the power grid by these thick underground electrical cables. Power is provided to the prison by its substation, which draws electricity from the national grid. Huh, look at that. As you can see, this entire wing of prison cells is without power. All of the lights are out. To fix this problem, we first need to switch into utilities mode to understand why the lights are without power. The nearest electrical cables are too far away. Our engineers can't complete the wiring for this area. Extend the electrical cables nearby to cover this wing of the prison. Utilities, electrical cable. Good. But these cells, these look interesting, you know? It's like 1, 2, 3 times 2. Rooms, cell, 3 times 2, like the minimum. I like that. I think I'm gonna build a lot of cells. Average. Like these are average cells. Interesting. Let's see, materials. Wooden floor. Walk speed normal. Normal. Mosaic floor. It is very expensive, but I think it would help. And at least now the workers have something to do, and I can experiment a little bit. Interesting. Mosaic floors. Now this works too, that's great. And for him a large jail door, okay. And this is a big kitchen, really. And that's a foreman and so on, as always. Okie dokie. Lights aren't the only thing that needs power. You need an electrical chair does too. Use the power cables to connect the execution facility to the power grid. The electrical chair itself is a special type of electrical item. It requires its own dedicated power line. You will need to connect it up directly with main cables. We are almost done, I think. We should test the new execution room at least once before we try. I'm just going to turn it on for a few seconds, make sure everything is okay. Haha. Haha, I knew it. Well, that didn't work. Looks like we drew too much power and tripped a circuit breaker in the power station. The whole prison is dark. We're going to need more juice to be able to handle the power spike that the electric chair generates. First, we need to turn the power back on. This is a two-step process. Switch the power station back on by clicking on it and selecting switch on in the menu that appears. Then build 3 more capacitors so we have enough power capacity to handle the electric chair. Once you've done that, test the electric chair again by clicking on it and selecting switch on in the menu. So this worked, really. Ah, because they're still on, I understand. I have no idea what these are doing here, but anyway. But 2 doors here. That's not bad. And then switch on. Well done. I believe we are finished with this job. What happens now is out of our hands. We did a professional job, and that's important in our business. Try not to worry about what happens next. Can I help you? Are you looking for forgiveness? I don't know. I have to do something. I can't live with the things I've done. You have to turn yourself in. Whatever you've done, you cannot evade the consequences. You will never be able to live with yourself until you face up to your past. I want to go back. I want to forgive her. I want her to forgive me. God will forgive you no matter what you have done if you ask Him to. But you must answer for your crimes in the eyes of the law. There is no other way. It's time, Edward. You have done the right thing, even though this world will not forgive you for it. You will be with God soon, and He will have the final judgment on you. In front of the electrical chair. Edward Ramsey, you have been found guilty of 2 counts of murder in the 1st degree. The penalty is death. Do you have anything to say? Susan, I'm sorry. Boom. But now, he's reunited in heaven with her. Okie dokie. Well, not really, to be honest. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There is a crisis going on, as you can see. But yeah, we will see this in the next episode. Because we have done chapter 1. This is something for the next one. So have a nice day and bye.